Okay, all right. Okay, hello. Hello, everybody. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Oh my God, is that a spot on my forehead? What is that? What is that? Hello, everyone. Hello, welcome to Lewis Schaffer Uncooked. Lewis Schaffer I'm not saying this is getting funnier. I don't know if it's funnier. I'm just speaking in my little space here. So, how do I know if it's funny or not? I do not know if it's funny. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Maybe I should take this out. Take this out of my thing. I don't need that. I don't need the headphones. I need to see you. Let's just make sure this is okay. Let's raise this up a little bit. Let's raise this up so we can see each other. Let's turn the light on. Let's turn the light on. I'm in a corner here. I got the refrigerator here. I got the refrigerator is here. The wall is here. Hello, everyone. Welcome to tonight's show. Good news on the horizon. Good news, for me at least. For me, because I'm beginning to see what is happening in the country. The fact is, Britain does not support America. It does not support the takedown of the Iranian regime, which are our enemies. They're our enemies. Keir Starmer is not a friend. He's not a friend of you. He's not a friend of you. Can you see me here? Let me just lower this just a little bit. This is the shirt that I found in the street. Elite Elixir. Marianne is here. Thank you, Marianne. Blazing Star. This is 100 times we've done this thing. We've done, basically, they've all been an hour and a half of the night streams, and we've done 256 of the day stream. So that's 350 times. Let's do the math on that. What's 3 times 355? I'll do it here. I could probably do it without. I used to be able to do the math, but I can't do the math anymore. I'm not as smart as I used to be. I mean, something has happened to me. I'm not as smart. 355 times 3 is 1,065 hours of streaming. Anyway, so this shirt I found on the street, and I like it. I mean, maybe it's not right for me. It looks blue on the. Does it look blue or does it look purple? Hello, Joe is here. Hello, Joe. We are moving forward tonight on the Nightly Fridge Show. Your host is joined by special guest, The Wall and Lewis. That's right. I'm going to walk away from here in a minute, and leave you all alone to all of your senses. This is the best show ever. We're going to talk about Iran because I think it's really good news. Or it could be bad news. It could be the end of the world for America. It could be the end of the world. Did you see the American plane dodging the ground-to-air missile? Did you see that? That was like so brilliant. Ulrich is here. Hello, Ulrich is here. And Paul Yoward is here. Trump doing terrific work in Iran. He's doing God's work. Those people have lived with them for so long, and they were like hopeless. And he came in and he gave them hope. He says, listen. And then he says to him, this is not going to be like Iraq. We're not going to take control of your government. You're going to have to fight for your government. That's the right thing to say. He's helping. This is what happened when they take away the weapons of the people. Is that whatever? So Donald Trump is doing that. God bless Donald Trump. And God bless you people for listening to me. And I had a chance to watch my performance. I mean, it's so erratic. I'm the most erratic performer. It's unlike any other comedy show you've ever seen. It looks like completely unprepared stand-up comedy, which isn't really stand-up comedy. Elite Elixir is here. He's going to watch YouTube with Comedy Unleashed. Go to my Twitter page or go to YouTube, or maybe I'll put the link in I'll put the link in at the end. Marianne is here. Marianne, thank you for watching my thing. Enjoyed and shared your Comedy Unleashed earlier. I mean, I have not been doing stand-up comedy, and the thing about stand-up comedy is you have to do it in order to get good at it. But I've done it for 25, 30. This is my 33rd year that I've done it. Maybe, I don't know, the first year, I guess it's like the first year. Hiya, peeps. Great news about the upload from Sandeep. Hiya. Yeah, that's my friend Sandeep. And there is Shrinri Akulka Muzame from Southern California. Is that right? Well, whatever you are, I support your people. I don't even know what your people are. What kind of name is that? What kind of name is that? They uploaded. That was so good. They uploaded. I hadn't checked until about 20 minutes ago. I got a chance to watch most of it, and I think it was. I mean, was I happy with it? Everyone. Let me tell you something in life. The best feeling in life is relief. Is relief. I wanted relief, and I did it. It wasn't absolutely horrible. The people liked me. They liked me a little bit, and that's what matters. It's relief. I feel like I had relief. Lewis loved it. In fact, effing loved it. Sorry to swear, as you know, I don't. Well, I appreciate that you're saying that to me. At some point in the show, Blazing Stars, I sat down. I just felt like just sitting down. I feel like, am I comfortable in front of speaking to people? Of course I'm not comfortable. It's the most stressful thing. But I guess maybe I am comfortable. Maybe I am. You do it enough times. You do it enough times and you go. And sometimes it doesn't work. And you go, oh my God, it doesn't work. But this time it worked. Andrew Rubin is here. Claire, without an I, is saying hello to everybody. Hello, 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 Claire. Playing with numbers is playing with the devil, I feel. What about the numbers? Lack of disappointment is good. Yes, because so many times you walk out and you think that was horrible. Sometimes you think, yes, the live chat is on. Thank you, Army of M, who's a woman. Yeah, you want to feel like you survived. And feeling I've survived is a good thing. And thank you, Paul Yoward, who was there, and Claire was there, and Caroline was there, and quite a few other people who I know were there. And when you come up to see me at Paul Yoward's gig up there in Banstead, you'll see the same thing. Should I move this here? Should I move this thing here? Should I move this to the other side? Maybe this. Chat. No. Let me see if I'm gonna move this. Move this, move that, move this, move that. Chat. That's not it. There we go. That's not it. No, I'm trying to move the thing. Anyway. Hey, Andy. Is Andy here? Andy, where's Andy? Darklands is here. Beautiful Darklands is here. I like that name. I like the band. Is that a band's name? Hey, Andy, I'm still feeling like punching Jonathan Liss. I'm sorry. I must be peaceful and calm. Who is Jonathan Liss? I don't know who that is. I'm going to have to check who that is. Who is Jonathan Liss? Do you know who Jonathan Liss is? Jonathan Liss. He's an Israeli journalist. What did he say that was bad? What did he say that was bad? Now, is he gay? Views here are mine, but you're welcome to take them. Okay, everyone, I think it's time I told my Boris Johnson story. It's a story about the time the Foreign Secretary, with Johnson as Foreign Secretary, Johnson committed a straightforward resigning effect, got caught out, and then got away with it. What did he say? We don't need to take foreign policy advice from the American president. This is 10 years old. Last time we did, it was called the Iraq War. Well, let's hope this is not the Iraq War. Maybe that says a lot about him, but that's 10 years old. If you quote some of the things that I've said about the American president, and nobody is more enthusiastic about the present American president than Lewis Schaffer. That's who I am. Anyway, we'll find out more about this guy. What about him? The total dickhead lefty was on a panel on GB News right now. Okay. He is the guy who looks like Alf on GB News. He is always full of socialist crap. He happens to be gay also. Gay is wrong. I am disavowing gayness. Gayness is wrong. It's not okay. It is not okay. We need people, we need women to have husbands, nice husbands. That's what we need. We need. Jonathan Liss is a labor advisor, former advisor, often on GB News. Now, if you remember what I said yesterday, and I was yelled at by Streaky Bacon, I don't know if he's here right now, but I said you can't be a leftist and an Israeli. You cannot be. It's suicidal. It is really suicidal. Shin, where are you from? What are you saying, Shin? Did I miss something? It's true. What is true? What did Shin say that's true? Claire, it's the most pleasurable thing in life is taking. Okay, we know that, Andrew Rubin. We know that. Okay. Hey, Andy, I'm still feeling like punching. I'm sorry. Joe didn't like what he said. You know what? And now, Amelia Schaefer, you're a little gay. My sister's name is Emily. So that's not the right name that I would choose. That women need nice husbands. They need nice husbands. And women need to be nice to men. Women need, and you know what? Women need husbands. And men, do we need wives? I mean, well, we need wives to have children. Yes, we do. We need each other. So don't be gay. Stop being gay. I'm now anti-gay. Absolutely, 100%. That women need nice husbands. They really need. Are you a woman or a man? But we need to be nice to women. I was never nice to women. I was a horrible husband. I thought I was being nice by looking after the kids. Can you see me? Can you hear me? But we can't be that way. Husbands need women who aren't lesbians. That is also true. They need women who love them. And men need to love women. And I think I'm being loving here. Homosexuality is good because it's easy, but it's not good for a society to have gay people. It isn't good for society. And you could say Lewis is anti-gay. I'm a homophobe. I've become a homophobe. I'm a homophobe. I wasn't always a homophobe, but I'm a homophobe right now. What do you think about that? I shouldn't say that. Ironic how British prime ministers and ministers get offended whenever the most powerful allies in America give advice, but quick to bend over for their beloved EU. Ridiculous. Those ministers are. It's totally true. Well, they see America as their enemy. I'm watching a lot of videos about this. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, maybe I didn't see it. But the hatred for America is very deep, is incredibly deep. And look at what Donald Trump is doing. Those poor Iranians. Okay, we need big families, says Shinray. Yes, we do. We need lots and lots of kids. Smart kids. Anglo-Saxon, Celtic, Cornish, Picts, Scots, Irish kids. I'm just only naming a few. Why are so many politicians into rent boys? Because the country is gay. It's gay. That's why. Because it was a feminist country. And in a feminist country, the men think, well, who wants to hang out with these women if they're not going to be nice to us? They're not going to be nice to us. Iranians are celebrating already. Well, they better not celebrate because they've got a lot of work to do. I think they thought that maybe what's his name wasn't going to come through. I didn't think that he was going to come through. I mean, I'm not saying, I don't know if homosexuality should be illegal, but it should be frowned upon. openly. You could be gay privately. You want to have sex with Lewis Schaffer and you're a guy. Just keep it down. Keep it down. Claire says, same as, haven't got a lot of energy. No effing picks. And I'll mention the picks, the Scots and the picks. We need to be all on the same team in fighting our enemy, and we have an enemy. Trump called on Iranians to take to the streets and finish the job. Well, they don't have any weapons. They don't need to take to the streets. They need to, I don't know what you need to do. If you're, I mean, what Trump can do is he can bomb the hell out of the Iranian Republican Guard, whatever it's called. Trump, yeah, so Blazing Star, yes. Can't be yours at the moment. Spent too many years on that or not looking. Yeah, I mean, let's be loving to each other. Let's be loving to each other. That's what I believe. And I've been not a loving person, but Shinrei agrees with me. You agree with me. Okay, husbands need women who aren't lesbians. Apparently, it's brown people dying and racist, according to Jonathan Liz. Yeah. Well, it just shows that Jews can be just as stupid as regular people. And everyone's going, "Oh, it's the Jews." You see how many stupid Jews there are, including myself, including myself. Do you like this? I lowered the camera angle so I could look you maybe in the eyes a bit more. I mean, maybe I could raise this up just a little bit so I can raise up the screen so I can see it a bit better. I could maybe make this a bit brighter. How about that? Is that a bit brighter? I can't tell. It looks like I've got a bit of color. Anyway, we need to be loving to each other, and homosexuality creates a lot of unhappiness in this world. A lot of unhappiness. I mean, I'm on the bus, and there was a gay lesbian couple there, and there was so much. I could feel that it was like they were showing off to me the way they were hugging. I guess I love Jews, but I couldn't eat a full one. Says Blazing Star. Oh, yeah, that's a funny joke. Up until 125 years ago, homosexual love was a type of sex act. Now it's a way of life that we're supposed to applaud. Why am I supposed to know about a stranger's sex act preferences? Who the hell cares? I'm with you. Who the hell cares? But it has an effect when guys leave the lives of women. It makes women unhappy. And unhappy, and I know what it's like when a woman is unhappy. Look at Judel. She's not my friend anymore. She's not my friend. Look at Lucy. They're not my friend. When you make a woman unhappy, it create a lot. I'm not saying when you make a woman unhappy, you create global problems. I only know one stupid Jew. That's me. Yes, I'm not as great as I used to be, and I'm not great. You know what I mean? And when people say that the Jews control the world, I say, I don't have enough time in my day to do what I'm doing. Top point, Oscar Wilde ruined things. He was like the current woke. He had to make a fuss. Yes, he had to make a fuss. He did. I mean, that's English people. Let me just fix this thing here. Uh-oh. Yeah. I was looking up the wire homo earlier on AI because I was sure it meant human, not same-sex stuff. MJ Tiger fan, good to see you there. As in Homo sapiens, but apparently there were two versions of the word, one Latin and one Greek. What do you mean? You're looking up? Oh, you mean the word homo, not the wire homo? Okay. I mean, yeah, we gotta look up the words. It doesn't matter. We've been told it's okay. And this is how they've destroyed the West. Through homosexuality, through divorce, through abortion, through MAID, which is murder and industrial demise. Warmelian says, if I was homosexual, I'd be freed from the torture that is beautiful women. I think it would be ideal for happiness. You want to know something, Warmelian? Yes, you're right. Yes, women are horrible, but an angry woman is the most horrible thing in the world. A loving woman is the most beautiful thing in the world. Most beautiful thing. I was looking up, wasn't he imprisoned? So maybe made a fuss. No, he made a fuss and then he was imprisoned. He made a fuss and then he was imprisoned, Joe. Generally, I use a laptop. There is a chat window to the right-hand side of the page, and the chat that Lewis next to him. Okay, can you see that? So there's a Lewis, and then there's the chat. Yeah. Now, can you read the chat? Next to him, MJ Tiger Fang shows next to Lewis, but never on my column. Everyone else is here. Are you not coming up, MJ Tiger Fang? Victorian men used to hold hands in public, but they wanted to and had favorites, very close best friends. A gentleman's business was his own by law was enforced after stupid fuss with Oscar Wilde, which I don't know what it means that he was Irish, by the way, but yes. He wasn't good looking either. That's the thing. Homo erectus, Homo was not a toy store. Says Blazing. Said Lewis. The worst thing in the world is angry men. They are far stronger, says Joe. No, we need angry men to build things, to take control of the world, to defend our territory, to fight for the British borders. So I think we need angry men. Men should be angry. And women should try to placate them. I think, maybe. I don't know if I'm wrong. They're angry men, not just angry women. Yes. But I mean, yes. Yeah. So men need, my thought was, I said, this is the first thing that I said, Darklands, is that men have to try to make women happy. Men, I said that were first words, men. I didn't say you women should try to make, I didn't say that you women have to make Lewis Schaffer happy. I'd like if you did. Don't worry, dude. Andrew was talking to Warmellian. You'll wake up one day and soon you'll realize it's broken. Then you wonder why you let it rule your life all these years. What was broken, Warmellian? Let's see what Warmellian wrote that was broken. Generally, I use a laptop, but they're never on my column. Everyone else is there. I don't know why. Did you block him? I've never blocked him. Homo, Latin, human, homo, Greek, meaning same. But why did they use the same word that had two different meanings? Interesting point. I like this kind of thinking. Great job, Tiger Fang. Great job. But apparently it was Victorian doctors and scientists showing off. Yeah, they wanted to use Latin words to show how superior they were to the average poor man who barely spoke English, probably. Reading jail. He was in the Reading jail. Oscar Wilde was put in the Reading jail for suing Lord Queensberry. That's such a gay name too. Whose son he was buggering. Wilde could have ignored, but he sued Queensberry for suggesting that Wilde was gay because it was a relatively big deal to be accused of being gay. And he said, well, he's not suing, so it must be true, so he's put in a bad situation. I think he's Andrew is referring to the pork steeple, Lewis. I don't know what you're talking about. I know many, many gay people. Gay, it's not that it's bad people. It's not that it's sinful. It's just we need happy women. Strong society needs happy women who are getting laid, who are having children, feeling loved. I think it's really important. And I think you should, all you women who are listening to this should say, Lewis, you are a great guy for saying this. Are you saying this? Say, Lewis, you're a great guy. Paul says, Homo sapiens is our genera and species name. Homo, in the case, is hominin, as we are a kind of ape, Yeah, yeah. Anyway, Keith Bexley says Lord Queensberry. Is that what that what does that mean? Do you know what that means? What does the mean? Do you like when I look into the camera here? Can you hear me? Can you see me? We need we need to love each other. There's Claire. We need to love each other. We need to love each other. I grew up in the feminist era. We all did. I was close. I was told to choose to be anything, so I became an engineer. Then I married, had a baby, and chose to become a stay-at-home mom. Boy, did I get hate from feminists. Yes, that's wrong. I give you love. I believe in motherhood. I believe it. I've looked after my kids. It's the hardest job in the world to be a mother. Shinray. So you've got a kid. Well, that is brilliant. I think it's really brilliant. And you should stay at home because children need stay at home mothers. I mean, let men can't do, I mean, we can take care of kids, but we need to not take care of kids. We need to go out and make stuff. That's what men do, you know. Lewis, what if you've run out of men? What if you haven't run out of men? Women haven't run out of men. You think you have, but you haven't. You think you have, but you haven't. There's lots of, and yeah, it's harder when we get older. They don't chase women. You have to chase men. It's hard. It's hard. I'm here though for you, Joe. I am here. You haven't run out of me. I don't think I want to marry a gay guy. Yeah, well, the gay guy has to stop being gay. And the way you stop being gay is by stop having mothers who make a child gay. And the way a mother makes a child gay is by not loving the husband. Funny to take. Queensberry sounds gay. Yes, I said that. Yes, another gay man. I genuinely wish I never worked after having my children. But hindsight, yes, exactly. I agree with you. You need to stay home and look after your kids. I'm with you. And we all make mistakes. So, and these last 3 to 6 generations have all been a mistake for women. They've been not a mistake for women. There's been a lot of mistakes. The 70 Sustainable Development Goals openly outlines the agenda for Team World. Building an inclusive society is the code for promoting gay, trans, and all that. 2030 is approaching. Well, Donald Trump is against that. Donald Trump is against it. Is against it. My dad was severely disabled and ended up raising his 5 kids while my mom went back to work. He turned out to be the best mom ever, Shinray. Yes, yes, yeah, dads can do it, but women are happier when they're doing it. They're happier when they're doing it. They're happier when men love women. I know you think that I'm like, because I say women are horrible, that I'm horrible to women. I am. I was a bad husband. But I've learned my lesson now. You know what I mean? I learned my lesson. We need to be loving towards women. Mom is here. Who is Mom? Mom's 17, 15, who finds this funny, I guess. Well, good to see you. Where are you from, Mom? Welcome to the stream. Hearing a child crying and crying makes me angry. I don't know why, but it just really vexes me. It does. It used to vex me. Avril Rutherford is here. Late to say hello. Okay. Well, hello, Avril Rutherford. I love that name, Avril. I have my ex-wife has a friend called Avril. The best times ever were my funny, clever, cool girls. Yes, the best times ever is when you're sitting there with your friends, your kids, who are like your best friends. Feminists screwed up everything. I mean, it wasn't the feminists. I'm going to take what Judels told me. It wasn't feminist. It was the industrialists, the globalists, who gained power by telling feminists you don't have to take care of your kids, by saying having kids isn't important, by cheating is okay, have an abortion, use birth control, work is good for women, pay taxes, you're a boss babe. That's not feminine. It's called feminism, but as Judels has told me, it's globalism. Globalism. Not all women are feminists. Well, pretty much all women are feminists. I mean, I was a feminist too. I think no other men on here feel that way. What did I say? Some women make less money than the cost in childcare, but other women are going out to work. Hold on a second, Lewis. I had a text tonight from a number I didn't know asking me. Hold on a second, asking me. Hold on, I don't want to fall behind in the stream. Everybody, take a break from writing in the stream just for a second. From a number I didn't know asking me if I dried my hair yet. I text back, "Who is this?" And I got back, "Your Asda driver from this morning." Oh my God. Well, I mean, yeah. Well, there's a guy, but you don't. That's not the kind of guy you want, I guess. That's a bit creepy. That's a bit creepy. Who doesn't think that that's not creepy? Some women hate me for being old-fashioned and traditional. Yes, and there's a lot of bitterness, especially you wake up one day and it's horrible. I only have 2 children. I wish I had more. I wish I had more. I'm a woman, a wife, a mom, and an engineer. And I've never been a feminist. Not all feminists are horrible. Third wave feminists are awful. Well, what is it? Explain what a third wave feminist is. I'm against even first wave feminism. I'm against women vote. We've got into this discussion. This is how I lost Judels. I lost Judel. She doesn't love me anymore. Well, Lewis is a piece of advice. Well, Lewis, a piece of advice. Hold on a second. From When Loving Women, try putting your brains in gear before opening your throttle, says Andrew. I don't know what that means exactly. What is a throttle? Is that a sexual term? The financial institutions were made to agree to the 17 SD goals and have been told not to lend or invest in companies who do not comply with ESG. Yes, that's true. That is true. And they've destroyed the Western world because the Eastern world and the Southern world and the whatever do not practice ESG. I know, but I don't want to be mean and for him to lose his job. Well, don't answer him back. Oh my God, what many other women does he try that with? Yeah, probably hundreds. Probably hundreds. I mean, I wouldn't try to get him fired, but maybe if you feel like it. I get upset hearing children crying at the supermarket I work in. Yes. A bit of humor to make them laugh, showing some attention to them. Yeah, because they're told looking after children is the worst thing you can do. You should be working and not. My ex-wife used to say to me, "Let's do something adult." Adult. I used to say, taking care of children is the most adult thing you can do. Lewis, it's creepy and weird. He then texts, "You're not very chatty tonight. I will deal with this without him losing his job as I'm being. How can you deal with it? Do not contact him. Are you going to contact him? You only have one choice, which is to speak to his boss. Okay? That's the one choice you have. Okay? You don't have any other choice. You can't, unless you want to go out with him. Well, you be my guest and go out with him. People, you might be quite happy. He sounds like a bad man. Women who aren't feminist support being disgendered by the woke mob. Imagine fighting for equalities and other women. There we go. Well, Lucy is not going to be happy with what I'm saying. Fighting for equalities and other women undoing it by all supporting that. Imagine fighting for equalities and other women undoing it by supporting that. What do you mean by that, MJ Tiger Fang? Try being a woman engineer without feminism. Yes, I'm against women being engineers. They should engineer their children's lives. I know you hate me, Lucy. I'm sorry, Mom. I am new to your channel. My brother told me about you. I'm enjoying listening to you. Thank you very much, Mom. Everybody, let's welcome Mom into our little group. Every new person is welcome. Not every, but most new people are welcome. Joe, Blazing Saddle says, Joe, that's as the customer service too, sending you a text message to see if your hair is dried. Your hair is dried. He must have got it from the job app. I know. Totally weird. Yeah. What your phone number? Yeah. I mean, it's really scary, actually. It's really scary. Claire, speaking to Avril, says, too right, and being glued to a smartphone when they are crying makes me rage. Me too. I was the best parent. I was a good parent because you know what? The kids don't cry if you pay the right amount of attention to them. If they've gotten enough sleep, if they're not sitting in a wet nappy, or you don't even need to have nappies. Have never used a smartphone when out with children. That's Claire. A round of applause for Claire. A round of applause for Claire. He needs to lose his job before he goes too far next time, says Blazing Stars. I almost have to agree. That's really because you seemed friendly. He's taking advantage of that, but it could go much further. Now, I asked Shinrei, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. If I'm not, please spell it out for me. Thin wave feminist is the wave that emerged in the 1990s and brought us the joys of intersectionality, sex positivity, vegetarian ecofeminism, trans feminism, and postmodern feminism. I don't know what all those things mean, but I do know that that's where we are today. Whatever it is, even though I don't understand it, it's we are at a point where my friend calls it hyper-industrialization, where they need women to be factory workers. They don't need women to raise children. They need women to go into the factory, and then you pay money for that. So thank you, Shinrei. Am I pronouncing your name correctly? You should report it before he tries it on with someone vulnerable, says Scott. And Scott's a boy, and I'm a boy. Lewis, seriously, not going out with some random, unethical, unattractive weirdo. Thanks. But what are you gonna contact him and say, don't do that again? I'm gonna report you. You don't need to say that to him. He'll think, you like me. Next thing you know, he'll be knocking on your door. He knows where you live. That's a scary thing, too. I'm not saying you should be scared of men. The fact is, he didn't even apologize and say, listen, I'm really sorry. I'm breaking the rules by doing this. But I thought you were great looking and you had a great sense of humor, and I apologize for sending this to you. Would you like to meet me for a cup of coffee? This week. I'm looking after my nephew who lives in Doha. Doha is Doha in Qatar. Where is Doha again? Tell us where Doha is. Dig a hole in the cellar. I will pop over and help you fill it. It's a dangerous situation. Mary from Kent, a bit late to the table, but thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Never had computer phones or noisy toys 30 odd years ago. What about the even years? Not just the odd years. Out and about with my nieces and nephews. Great times. Yes, great times. Kids need attention. And the more, I've said this millions of times, the more attention you pay to a baby, the less attention you have to pay to an adult. To that child as an adult. Lewis. Whereas, the who are you? Where are you from? Are you fat? I mean, I'm just so happy that people are joining. At one point, I thought we would have hundreds of thousands of followers, and we don't really. That's what I'm saying. John Mann is here. Hello, John. Glenn 7 comedian here. Glenn 7. Lewis, that set you did for Comedy Unleashed was absolutely sensational. You have to be one of the all-time greats. That's really a great compliment. I do appreciate that, John. What is Glenn 7? But thank you very much. I don't know. Whatever. That is really nice of you. I do appreciate you. Paul Yoward says to Claire, it depends on what you mean by an engineer. To me, it is a designer. It also works as a transport planner. Women in that area, we're fine. Yeah, women can do most things. Everybody say hello to Mum 1715. Where are you from? Tell us, everybody, where you're from. Lewis, if I don't appear on the screen tomorrow, you must contact Asda immediately. Don't call the guy back. Don't call the guy back. Women are being attacked biologically, I meant, after a century of fighting for some rights, but by other women supporting woke trans ideology that calls them parent person, maybe use quotation marks there. Whatever the news said, yes. Well, thank you very much, John Mann. Thank you very much. I've met you, John Mann. I know you, John Mann. Thank you very much for saying that. My pleasure. Good buddy. Signing off for now. On a serious note, I will deal with it. What does that mean? You will deal with it. Now we're worried about you, Claire. Better news out there for now. Yes, well, the Iran situation is we're fighting back at the radical Islamicists. Radical Islamicists. We're fighting back. Maybe Starmer isn't, and maybe Nigel Farage isn't as much, but someone in the West is fighting back. Is fighting back. Maybe Spain isn't, but America is. So there you go. Was hardware installs network cabling, etc. IT, yeah. The most disturbing thing about Agenda 230, Vatanai says, is that it's been built into the education since 2015. No, this stuff's been going on for 100 and something years. Is that it's been, school curriculums have had it. If you don't do it, you fail inspections, close schools. Yeah, maybe it's built in since 2015, but as soon as they let women teach in schools, as soon as they've, heavy industrialization has brought this in there. I know it is called engineering, but is not in a strict sense, Paul. So my generalization does not apply to that. Yeah. I mean, women can do a board Dave Boy. Dave Boy, make sure you change. You sign in. Starmer is a prick, but things will change with Rupert Lowe. It's not exactly a rhyme, but let's put our fingers together. Make sure you subscribe. Board Dave Boy. Shinray says, I studied aerospace engineering, but ended up as a failure analysis engineer. I'm like Quincy. I don't think these people know what Quincy is. I don't think Quincy's been on the TV here. But the autopsies I perform are on dead electrical components. Every day is a new mystery to solve. That sounds like a great job. That sounds like a really great job. But a great job. A great job. Keith Bexley says, hi, Dave. I say hi to you, Dave. I'm going to get a drink of water. Screenshot all his messages and send them to a friend. You should not speak to him. You know what it is? I'm not in favor of ratting on people. I'm not in favor of Me Tooism and any of that stuff. And you know that about me. But if somebody does that to you, if they've taken your details, which is a violation of the law, and everyone in the world knows that. That guy is an artist, probably. Am I wrong? I don't want to make you afraid. I'm still trying to fix my bathroom. It's a mess. I am despondent. Is that what they call people who try to fix a bathroom? The despondent. I mean, I've got lots of paint. If anybody needs paint, I find buckets of paint on the street and I take it home with me. The lefties have taken over the education system. Yes, but the lefties took it over 100 years ago. Okay? Propped up by ever-increasing Islamic influence. Same as we've seen in Denton recently. Yes, it is. They've taken it over. England? Okay, thank you, Mom. Where in England? We're all basically in England. I'm in Nunhead. Anyway, I'm not going to ask the questions. I'm not going to contact the creepy as the guy. I just need to think. But I don't want him to get the sack. He should get fired. He's broken his sworn thing to Asda not to call anybody on the phone. He's been given private information, which he's broken. He should be fired. I just need to think, but don't want him to get the sack. But maybe Scott is right regarding he could be like this. Yeah, what do you think? Are you the first person he's done this to? No, he's going to do it with somebody else if you give him any bit of positivity. He'll think, you know what? I'm not going to get fired. I would call that engineering as a system analyst, not fitting, not fitting. I'm not making a snob point. They're different, one better than another. Yeah. I mean, yeah, yeah. Well, what do you think? Yeah, you can call it a system analyst. I mean, to me, yeah, yeah. England is going under a little island overrun. Yes, little island overrun. Yeah. Aswa wouldn't want him working for them. You could sue ASDA. Why don't you sue? Why don't you write them a letter and say this happened to me? Okay, I have the thing. I want some free stuff. Why don't you write ASDA a letter? I think ASDA still American owned? Wasn't it owned by Walmart? Doesn't Walmart own ASDA so that they probably have very strict rules regarding this? Is ASDA owned by Walmart? Let's see what it says. No, it's not owned. It's owned by Motion and Zuber. TDR Capital and the Issa brothers. The Issa brothers hold 22%. Walmart retains a minority stake of 10%. You know? So, I don't know. It's an interesting question. Some of the first ways of female. Okay. I used to transport aerospace parts, says Vatanai. I had to take failed stuff back to Leonardo's Westlands sometimes. It went to guys like you who see why it failed. Well, that's really brilliant. Perhaps you're right. Perhaps, says Joe, perhaps you're right. If it was my mate, I would say deal with it. And yes, yeah, well, what do you mean by deal with it? I mean, I'm not saying you should get upset about it. You shouldn't start crying, but it's not right that someone takes your personal information and they have your address. I'm not saying they're going to do anything, but it's a bit scary. It's a bit scary. We have to deport all illegal invaders, all non-native criminals, and even all non-native people who just snuck into the country. ASDA is now Pakistani, I think. You might have, maybe they'll be sensitive to you. Maybe the guy who made the delivery is someone who just came off the boat, who's really lonely, and who knows what he's going to do. You can disagree, Lewis, but that's my experience. They were very good teachers. I mean, I don't owe the creepy guy any favor. You don't owe the creepy guy any favors, says Blazing Stars. Stop being so nice. She's a nice girl. That's the thing. She's a nice girl. So you can't tell a nice girl not to be nice. Let him off, says Mary, and he does it again. Yeah. I mean, this is like Lewis Schaffer Agony Aunt answering the questions. You know. Asian brothers from the petrol station, says Andrew Rubin, who own ASDA. I mean, and I always say screw ASDA because they closed my local ASDA branch that was open during COVID, and then they closed it down the road here on Peckham Rye. Leave him off, and he does it again, Mary says. Marxists from the Frankfurt School emigrated to Santa Monica, California, and infiltrated the U.S., yes. And they came to New York, too, and founded the New School. Their propaganda spread like cancer and has ruined everything. I agree with that. I'm an anti-communist. You don't know what this country's like. I lived in California for a year. I lived on Hawthorne between, oh my God, I barely remember where I lived. I lived in, I didn't live in, for a year. Oh my God, my memory is so bad. I apologize. As they used to have the highest sales of meat per shopper. I did not know that. Well, I mean, yeah, Lewis, I'm not crying or upset, but thanks. Not that kind of girl. Good. Just thinking rationally. Yes, you're right. And I'm not criticizing you. He broke the rules by using my data. He made a promise to Asda. And maybe you could get something out of Asda because this is I mean, maybe it's not stressful today, but it could be stressful tomorrow. It's not right. Alex says, I have Asda 5 minutes away. It's the big one. They always have a yellow sticker reductions. Yeah, I used to go there. During the COVID thing, I used to go there every single day. Every single day because I was so bored out of my mind. I used to leave the house here at 7 or 8 in a dark, COVID, horrible city. My conscience would report him to stop him, says Blazing Star. Okay, I've lived off Hawthorne Boulevard too, in Torrance. That's all the way down. I used to live in. I wasn't on Hawthorne. I was in Hay. I was on Hay. I was on. I'll tell you where I was. Let me tell you where I was. I was in. What is it called? What is the area called? The Los Angeles. I'll see on the map where I was. I'll see where I was on the map. What's going on? I'm pressing this here. Okay, historic core. What is this here? That's there. MacArthur Park, Wilshire Central, Hancock Park. I lived in West Hollywood. Okay, I'm going to tell you what streets I lived on. I lived on Hayworth between Fountain and Norton. Hayworth between Fountain and Norton. That's where I lived. I'll show you that. Maybe the house is not there anymore. Maybe they tore it down. They tear down a lot of things. Where did I live? Did I live? Hayworth. There I lived. I lived here. Let's see where I lived. Open in maps. Hayworth. North Hayworth. I was on North Hayworth. North. I don't know if this is interesting to you. I apologize. Hayworth Avenue. There it could be. There was a swimming pool there. Is there still? No. Where is it? Where is it? Maybe they tore the building down and took away the swimming pool. I mean, it was a long time ago. I'm against all change. You know that about me. You know that about me. That used to be the gay. Yes, it was the gay part. Yes, it was. What, it's not gay anymore? What is it now? Thanks. We'll decide tomorrow. Yes. Speak to us tomorrow. I'll be here. I lived in a gay part. That doesn't make me gay. I'm gay enough to live in a gay part. Never mind. Sainsbury's where I work and Tesco previously. Helpful reductions. Is that what they call it? Helpful reductions. I don't buy reduced meat because I eat it raw. Islam needs to be treated like Catholicism was during Henry VIII's time. Otherwise, there will be no England left, says Reuben. Yeah, I kind of agree with you. There you go. Lucy, 88. Hello, welcome back. That's my friend Lucy. How are you doing? Welcome back. Lucy did all of the whatchamacallit stuff. She designed the calendar and wrote the calendar. It was like brilliant. It was brilliant. And now she's screaming hello. Everywhere is gay now. The whole country's gay. We need less gay. I love you. Well, I love you too, Lucy. You know that. You know that I love you. I have to control myself because I'm so old and whatever. Yes. And the Jedster says hello to Lucy. Great work, Lucy. She designed the calendar. She designed the cups. The whole thing was Lucy. Come back. We're always screaming your name, Lewis. Lewis, don't touch me. Don't touch me there. Is that what you're screaming? So there you go. Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry. Yeah, well, it's good to see you. How have you been doing? How have you been doing? And there are two Lucys here. We got my there's Lucy, and then there's Northern Irish Lucy. There's Northern Irish Lucy. Herbert Marcuse was a superstar academic and charismatic, reeling in a lot of middle class kids to communism as he lived the high life on a big fat professor's paycheck. He was an infection. I don't know if that's the right use of the word infection, but yeah, yeah, communism is bad. Communism is very bad. Is very bad. It's gone from Iran to my creepy Asda driver. Never a dull stream. Well, we'll talk about if you. We talked about Iran earlier. We can talk about it some more. I think it's good for America. I think Donald Trump is a revolutionary leader. What happens to him? People remember. People loved the German mustache man, and then they turned on him too, or they realized it was a problem. And they realized it was a problem. My girlfriend says, so Lucy says thank you to the guys, everybody. We're happy to see Lucy here. Lucy from Nottingham. My girlfriend went to watch that new Scream 7 movie at cinema. I never knew they made that many Scream movies. Laugh out loud. I only knew of 3. There were 7 Scream movies. I don't think I've even seen one of them. That's not my style of movie. So if you say, let's go see a movie, I will not. That's not my style. I've seen a few of those back in the day. Happy St. David's Day for tomorrow. If any Welsh people. What is St. David's Day? Is that the Royal Day of Canada, of Wales? I blame Edvard Munch. Why do you blame him, Paul Yoward? Yeah. I mean, you got to feel bad for the Welsh people, as they fought for their country, as they were getting their country. The country's being invaded by people who aren't Welsh. I had 2 Welsh boyfriends years ago, so I remember, says Joe. Absolutely correct. Where does their loyalty lie? To country or religious leaders? Well, according to what they've been taught, the most important thing is a one world. They are the most globalist religion. The most globalist. There's no render unto Caesar as Caesar is due, whatever it is. Daffodils and leeks. What about daffodils and leeks? That's what's outside. Oh, for Scream. He did the painting of a Scream. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. I mean, are we happy with, I want to just say that what Donald Trump is doing, is it going to be like Iraq? It'll be expensive because those bombs cost a lot of money. It cost a lot of money to drop bombs, to fly bombs, to make the airplanes. And we're going to lose some lives. But one thing you have to remember about America, people, is that America has a huge military, and Donald Trump needs to keep them happy, keep them busy. So I want to wish him happy Sheepshaggers Day. Oh, sorry, Steve, couldn't resist. This is Andrew Rubin. Have you been to Wales? Those are some good looking sheep. I think they're very good looking sheep. And freedom ain't free. And to have the Iranians with a nuclear weapon, and yeah, you don't want them to have a nuclear weapon, number one. And it's not right that they're living enslaved. And it really bothers Americans that we can't do anything about North Korea. Trump could not pet Iran, could not let Iran have nukes. Looks like most of his regime is wiped out. Remember, there are lots of people who believe in it. There's somebody else who's going to take. It's like with the Gaza. You can kill them all, and they're still going to keep on fighting. They're like the people in The Life of Brian. Is that the one where he's on the horse? Is that the one? Is that The Life of Brian? No, that's not The Life of Brian. The Life of What's the one where he's on the horse? The Monty Python thing. Did Ayatollah scream when nobody could hear him? I mean, he kept on saying "Death to Britain." That's you know what I mean. You should be totally supportive of what's happened. I used to get daffodils mixed up with dandelions, but that was because of the Asian game I played on the console that misidentified both flowers. Mm, mm. Yes, yes, yes. Um, Surah al Tawab explains it all. Whether it's a sick cult or not, the fact is they don't like us. They don't like us, and if they want to kill us, if someone wants to kill you, you're gonna have to, you know, mwah, mwah. Nice one, Joe. Colwyn Bay with family when Barry Island with fiance number two, and camping with guides in God knows where. Yeah, it's a great place. I've been to Wales many times. Daffodils are known as narcissi. I guess the idea is that the flower of the Greek guy metamorphosized into daffodils. I haven't heard that, but thank you, Paul. The half Hebridean is busy. What is the half Hebridean is busy? There is a hopeful chance for all. What does that mean? The half Hebridean. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Yeah. What does that mean? The half Hebridean. I'm gonna have to Google that if you. Okay. I know the difference between daffodils. Daffodil. What's great about this country is you can buy daffodils in February in this country. I mean, it comes up from Cornwall, the Florida of Britain, but especially people in London and the South, it's very green out there. Where I grew up, it's a song that I've been faced by many islanders after they've been sent to school at age 11 in the expectation that it's a SoundCloud song by Donald McNeil. Let's see what it says. I'm gonna have to sign in, but I don't know. I love South Wales. Lived there for many years, says Paul. Okay. Nessa is one of my role models. I'll have a pint of wine. Yeah, I mean she was so funny. She was so funny talking about all the guys that she had done. It's so British. The idea of being just a slag. The Isle of Lewis. Yeah, Stornoway, and it's saying that song is about. There is what is about like people who are educated off the island, and then did they come back or did they not come back? Avril. Caerphilly, Llanelli, Rhondda Valley, says Mary. Yes, these are great places. I've been many, many of these places. And that's one of the things I'm glad because I was traveling as a comedian and I've been to a lot of different places. I don't really have there's no real place where I have a desire to go to strongly, strongly, strongly. So is that right, Avril? Is that what that song? It's a song. The half Hebridean is busy. There is a hopeful chance for all. What does that mean? That people are traveling on I think that's a boat. Let's see what it says. Let's see what it says. It commonly refers to a 2011 folk song about Islanders sent away for schooling. It also refers to sustainably raised heritage sheep meat from the Scottish Islands. often sold as half carcass boxes. Is that what you're talking? Oh, look, it comes in a box. Oh, look at that. I want one. I want lamb. I love lamb. Okay, here's the song on Spotify. I'm afraid to press a button. I'm a coward. I'm afraid to press a button. Highland clearances in Irish went to America. The Sky Boat song. Okay, I did not know that. Iran are Shia Muslims. Martyrdom is highly favored, more so than other sects. That's why Iran is good at turning out terrorists. And they go all over the world. They go into Hezbollah, Yemen, the Houthis, the Gazans, the Hamas. I had a badge with Felon Bach. On after camping with the guides. A distant memory, laugh out loud. Now we're talking about whales. These shows are quite interesting, I think. I think they are. I ain't got a clue what you're talking about. As neither did I. That's why I asked Janet. Hello, beautiful, beautiful Janet. Listening but sleeping. Okay, at least that's all right. Scarabrea is 11,000 years old, twice as old as civilization. Isn't Scarabrea civilization? Did you ever see the series? Absolutely. Absolutely. With John Sparks. He's a fantastic physical comedian. I've never even heard of that. No, I never heard of that. Never heard of that. What is it? Tell us what that is. Let's try not to write as much as we're writing because I don't want to fall behind. I don't want to fall behind. I think our streams are getting better and better. Don't you think that they are? Sorry, I will. I was too distracted by the stalker guy thing. I will check it, and DM you, my dear, to Andrew Rubin. Scottish clearances was because crofting was very inefficient, and the loan money for the Darien Gap debacle had to be paid back. Yeah, maybe. Was that when it was? Yeah, the Darien Gap was 1707. And also the people were sold out by the leaders. The guy who was the leader of the clan wasn't supposed to be the ruler or the owner of the clan, but he signed off on it. Scarabrea, Lewis, is a stone house. And so isn't a stone house a form of civilization, Blazing Star? Scarabrea is the foot of civilization on these islands. I'm going to see what a picture of a Scarabrea is. Do you mind if I check this out? Let's see what it says. Let's see if we can get some pictures here. Everybody, like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. We're setting record numbers here. Please please subscribe. Also, maybe make a contribution to keep the stream going. Make the contribution to keep the stream going. Skara is a perfect preservation of stone-walled village on the Orkney Islands. Okay, there it is. Let's take a look at this. Can you see this here? Is my picture on this thing? Full day go. Oh my God. Well, this is like travel there. Yeah, so 11,000 years old. How do they know it's 11,000 years old? Is a stone-built Neolithic settlement on the Bay of Skyle in the parish of Sandwick. Primitive sewer system. Well, that's almost civilization. That's pretty far away. That's pretty far away. And covered by a storm in 1850, the coastal site may now be at risk for natural erosion. At least I didn't mention climate change. In the winter of 1750, a severe storm, the storm stripped earth from a large irregular knoll. Is a corruption of Scarabra or Sky, which originally referred to as knoll. Okay. That's real. I love places like this. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. I never even heard of it. So thank you, everyone, for that. Islamists, I mean, they pushed as far as France and Spain, and when two types of Christians that weren't on good terms actually united against them, but then got vilified for going too far. Yeah, yeah, Flintstones. Meet the Flintstones, the Stone Age family. Um, okay, okay. So what? Yeah, I mean, and look at Spain. Spain. How many years was Spain captured by Islamists? And they weren't even that bad. Probably, maybe they were bad for 700 years. For 700 years. Here, they're just going to force. They could force you to convert. They could do that because they've got the technology now. I think. Do they not really? I think they've got the technology. Can we all like the stream? I don't think we've liked the stream. We've got not enough people have liked the stream. Can we also go to Ko-fi? Only 13 people have liked the stream so far. That's not enough. That's not enough. Go over, press the thumbs up, everybody. Thumbs up. It's so easy. Or go to subscribe. Make sure you're subscribed if you're not already. Subscribe. Go to Ko-fi or Patreon or PayPal. Go to Discord. For its time, Scarborough was surprisingly sophisticated, but it is in the far north. It should have been disregarded as everything else north of the border. It's even north of the border of whatchamacallit, of whatchamacallit, of Scotland. They would. Some people might not say it's in Scotland. They would say it's almost like Norway. The tallest cliffs in Britain, or as far as I know, at Yesnaby. Let's find out. Yesnaby, exactly. In Spain, the conquest means it was not too late, but it's not going to be a barrel of laughs. Yeah, we got to fight for it. Fight for it. Let's see what it says about Yesnaby. Yesnaby Cliffs. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Where is the Yesnaby Cliffs? Is it in? I'm checking on the maps. Where is Yesnaby? I never even heard about it. Yesnaby. Oh, it's up there. It's in Orkney. Well, B means it was captured by the Vikings. Look at how beautiful it is up there. Yesnaby Castle. Cliffs. Let's find out where the cliffs are. There we go. There are the cliffs. Can you see that, Lewis? I liked it before I watched it because I'm efficient, caring, and attract weirdos. Who did you like? What did you like there? All my yes, in the B. All my troubles seem so far away. Thank you, Jedster. Yes, in the B. No, it sounds, the BY means that it's Viking. Yeah, Viking. The Crusades. Where did I miss here? Did I miss something here? The Vikings first landed in the Americas in the 11th century. Yeah. They landed and they found it miserable and moved. Yes, exactly. A Spanish Okay. All right, everybody. I'm going to thank all the people here. We're gonna say goodbye to everybody. We've been here an hour and 15 minutes, and I'm running out of steam. I want to thank all you people. Things are interesting without a phone. Yeah, they can be interesting, but no one's going to contact you. Anyway, so thank you very much, everyone. I'm going to read who the top people are. Oh, I got 26 people like the stream. We got 26 as Nonstick Nick. Then 25, Keith Bexley is 26. Can you see this? Can you see this? No, that's not it. Then Sandeep is 24. Alex is 23. Army of M is 22. John Mann is 21. Um, Ulrich is 20. Bored Dave Boy is 20. There's Bored Dave Boy. Excuse me, Ulrich is 20, and Bored Dave Boy is 19. Darklands is 18. Luce is 20, is 17. Elixir Scott is 16, and Shinri is 15. And Jedster, we're here every night, so come and join us. 14 is Jedster, and Warmelian is 13, and Janet is 12, and Avril. Get a picture up there for your whatever your channel is 11. Mary is 10. Marianne is 9. Mom, there's with a big cat is 8, and Joe is 7. Beautiful Joe, and Paul is 6. Handsome Paul. Whatever. MJ Tigerfang is 5. Vatanai is 4. Claire is 3. Without an I. Andrew is 2, and number 1 is Blazing Stars is 1. So congratulations, Blazing Stars. And now everybody, are you writing down the number below of how many you think is the top concurrent number of viewers? Everybody, whoever can write it down first. Thank you, Avril, for being here. Thank you. Let's attack France. That's possibly, it might eventually happen. Can we, I'm going to tell you what the, write down the number you think is the top number in the stream, whether it's 5 or 50 or 100 or 1,000, whatever you think the top number is. The top number. I'm looking now. I'm here. Okay, so what do you think the top number is? The first person to guess it will win. Make sure also you go to like the stream. Like the stream and let people know that you care about it so we get more people watching this thing. I mean, this is how we get more and more people. It's always good when we got new people coming in. And the old people. It's great that we have a lot of old people here. Shri says 16. Okay, who else? Okay, Claire says 29. Paul Yoward says 27. Okay, keep on writing, everybody. There's only 4 people who've written it. You got a big chance to win. Anybody can win this thing. What is the top number? And it's been a really good stream because we hit the top number. I'll tell you how many people came in the top number. We hit the top number at about, basically it's gone up and it stayed up. It stayed up. Nonstick Nick says 30. Elixir says 28 with a question mark. Well, keep on going. All right, I'm going to tell you who's won. Who has won? Let me just make sure I've got this right. And the winner is MJ Tigerfang at 29. Congratulations, MJ. MJ Tigerfang has won, so you are a winner. Shinrei, thank you, but you're late and you've lost. But it's 29. 29. Thumbs up. Everybody thumbs up on the likes. If I haven't thanked you by name, just say, hey, Lewis, thank you. Thank you. And what about me? What about mentioning my name? I'm Janet. I'm Avril. I'm Mary. What about my name? Mention my name. I mean, if you're still there, just say thank you. And we'll see you tomorrow. What time will we see you tomorrow? Let me find out how many total viewers we had. We had 124 viewers. Yes. Vatanai, yes, yes, yes. We will see you. Thank you, Mum, for the answer. It was 29 is the right answer. We'll see you tomorrow at 5 o'clock. At 5. Okay. Um, at 5. Cheers, everyone, and I thank you, everyone. You've saved my life since I haven't been on the TV. You've saved my life. Hey, if you go to the Twitter thing or YouTube, Lewis Schaffer YouTube, Comedy Unleashed, you can see me doing whatever it's called. It's just me just basically talking to the audience. I didn't know what I was going to say when I said it, but I said it. Thank you, Claire. I love you too. I love being loved, and I love you too. I love loving more than I love being loved, but I love you too. Thanks again, Lewis. Going to watch your show from the 10th now. Yes. Maybe I should go. I should go here and I should find this thing and put it in the thing. Um Let me see if I can find this here. Okay, I'm going to put this up right now. Okay. Here we go. There we go. There we go. We should crowdfund the show. Yeah, I should be on television. I mean, this is almost television, except it's left to my own devices television. I will see you. When will I see you? I'll see you tomorrow at 5 p.m. 5 p.m. I thought people were going to hate me, but they don't hate me. I like you, and I'll see you tomorrow.